How awesome are those prizes? And how awesome is Mr. Game and Shout, right? Now, we are just about ready for some Sonic 3D Blast here. So before we get into that, we've got a quick $50 donation here from Ori Sky, who says, "Hi from TGH's mod team once again. Wishing good luck to both Tej and Amber, as well as a great roasting from Tej on the... from Tej? What? No. As well as a great roasting from Keys on the couch. Here's to a good Spring Stadium 3 and Eggman." And now I believe we are ready to go with some Sonic 3D Blast with Amber, Cyprian, and TGH.
All right, yo, thank you. Thank you so much, Argick. All right, so here we are. This is Sonic 3D Blast, 2 players, 1 controller. Just give us just a second because Amber is actually in the process of restarting their phone so that they can come back into this.
So I can actually hear all of your wonderful donations.
Yes, exactly.
Because the mobile app is a jerk.
So the reason is because we're obviously, you know, in the same setup here. We're obviously, you know, in the same room. We live together. And
wait, what? It's not virtual? So, I thought this was a virtual event. I've been lying to you.
Yeah, it's a virtual 2-player, 1 controller. Pretty impressive, honestly.
Oh yeah, absolutely impressive. Yeah. Can't get more impressive than this.
Yep, so just give us just a second, and we should be good now, I think.
Okay. So,
all right.
If I can get a producer to bring me back into live, but I do have one important thing I want to show, is I couldn't sleep last night, so I decided to draw this fan art of Keizaron being very, very upset at a green flicky, and you know what? I'm just not going to get audio during this run, and you know what? That's okay. I will live with it. The Discord mobile app needs to be fixed, but I just wanted to put out some wholesome fan art of Keys. I'll post it to Twitter later. It was a very quick rush job, but I wanted to make it. Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and take off my headphones.
I'll turn up my my volume.
Much appreciated. So, first and foremost, I'm going to be on the control stick. My name is AmberCyprian. I am a speedrunner of this game. I'm also like the main moderator for this game. You will recognize me by my black nails and my glove on my left hand. I will be over here on the control stick.
And I'm TGH. Hello, you'll recognize me by the pizza glove. I'll be in charge of the buttons, rolling and jumping, etc.
And I'm Keys, and you'll recognize me by chewing out Tej specifically and no one else.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. I'm well qualified for this.
Oh, yeah. So I promise you Keys is going to be very qualified, and yeah, it's going to be great. So time is going to start. When we hit the start button, we'll count you all down. So 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
So we're going to mash through this cutscene.
But the lore.
Right.
But the lore. All right, so yeah, this is Sonic 3D Blast. The premise of the game is pretty simple. It's a little bit of a switch up from your normal classic Sonic, like 1, 2, 3. You know, besides for the fact that it's in pseudo 3D, or you know, the isometric viewpoint. So you bring 5 flickies. You collect 5 flickies from the badniks in the level. You bring them to the ring at the end of each sector, and then you advance on from there.
Haven't done that one before. We're starting off strong.
So yeah, already seeing how simple. Hard it is to coordinate this.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Well, if you're playing WoW.
We somehow missed everything on that track.
If you're playing normally with a controller, you know, it's somewhat normal, but we got sniped.
Yep. Blue Flicky, come back. So we can go ahead and explain how Flickies behave a little bit. So you'll notice the trail of Flickies following behind Sonic. They can be sniped off of Sonic without Sonic taking any damage. If Sonic takes damage, you lose all of your Flickies. Great times, I promise.
Yeah, there are a couple of areas in this run where we do need to like communicate with each other. But for the most part, we're pretty like we mentioned in the interview, we're pretty in tune with one another. Like, we have very similar strats, honestly, because Amber taught me how to play this game back in 2019. So
now the real question is, can you finish each other's sentences?
Sometimes we do.
We kind of do we do that all the time, actually.
All right, fair enough.
He'll
That's
start
pretty
trailing,
insane.
and he has no idea what he's saying, and I'm like, you mean this, right?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean already. I got you.
So I'm gonna assume
So,
that it'll be explained later when you get to other colored flickies, but I'm taking a random guess here that the color of the flicky determines how they behave.
That is correct. So we actually just picked up our first red flicky, and green flickies will be introduced in the next zone. Flicky AI is dependent on the color. And so blue and purple are our friendly ones. They actively look for Sonic. Blues just follow Sonic a little more closely than the purples. Reds hop around roughly where they were released based on the current frame count in the stage. And then greens also operate on the current frame count on the stage, and their direction changes like every few frames. So they will seem to wander around randomly. It's a very interesting way to handle RNG, but if we were to do a level the exact same time every single time, so in other words, if we were capable of performing tasks like stuff, a green flicky would behave the same way every time. Unfortunately, we're not a TAS, and 2 players trying to play this is harder than even just 1. So yeah, don't expect the flickies to behave the same way every time anyways. Oh, no.
Okay,
There we go. We got a
That's
single
fine.
cycle. So that was our first boss fight. The first 2 bosses of this run have 5 HP, and our goal is to kill them as quickly as possible. And every boss after will have 8 HP. But now we're in the best music in the game, both on Saturn and Genesis. Do not at me. Actually, you can at me and tell me what your favorite music is, or better yet, instead of adding me, why don't you donate to tell us what your favorite music is in this game? Could be from the Genesis or Saturn/PC version. I don't care. Just tell me what it is, and I will be very happy to tell you whether or not you're right.
in this game.
They're cute until you start speedrunning.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm not the one speedrunning right now, so they're adorable.
I mean, that's fair.
It's not
Well,
yet, bullies.
I was gonna say, like, in return for being on our couch, our virtual couch, getting caught on corners, you have agreed to learn this game after being badgered about it for 2 years.
Yeah, I never said I make good decisions, so, you know, here we are. This was an agreement that I didn't think through.
So this section here, we actually have to refrain from jumping, which means I get to do absolutely nothing for a little bit. Because, yeah, so this zone introduces the tiles that you saw earlier that gave Sonic a sort of like ballerina-like state where he's twirling around. And we use that state to break the pillars.
Because Sonic can't spin on his own, right?
Yeah, exactly. And jumping gets rid of that state, so I can't do that. I can't jump.
Jumping and taking damage. So that section where you saw me spin for quite a while is kind of intense, and I get pretty quiet most of the time. All right. So Rusty Rune 2 is a lot more of the same. In fact, it's probably a good time for donations before we have to start worrying about the boss of this zone, where we get our first, like, quick kill strat on a boss. So, Argick, if you have any donations, take it away.
Hello, we do indeed, especially from your communities as well. We got a $25 donation from Duke Firebird that says, greetings from the TGH family. You both rock for being able to work together for this isometric game. And having Argick hosting during this, can this get any better? Well, if you get a perfect Spring Stadium 3. We also have a $75 donation from Murby, who says, so excited to see y'all running this on the virtual GD Cruise stage. Just wondering, can you confirm that the final definitive pronunciation is Hydro Kitty? Because it totally is, no question.
I'm a firm Hydrocity stan, by the way.
No, it's Hydro City. God, no.
Look, if you're gonna be wrong, it might as well be Hydro Kitty, okay?
All right, now
Agreed.
I demand donations for this now. State your stance on this.
I have blocked many people on Twitter over this disagreement.
We're not
my
even
goodness.
playing that game.
It's always my fault this happens. I'm here, the argument follows me.
It follows us.
But thank you very much, Argick. We're gonna go into Rusty Rune 3. We're gonna try to damage boost off the body of the boss onto the right paw, technically. There we go.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh,
I went way too early. So we're gonna
okay.
take an intentional death because we can't coordinate. And I almost ran right into him with no
3,
rings.
2, 1, go.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
no,
okay,
it's fine, it's fine.
Grab the. Okay, never mind. We're good. And go. Okay.
All right, that could have gone really bad.
All right.
But it's actually, if you can get close to the quick kill on the second try, it is faster to take an intentional death than try to salvage it. But yeah, that was almost really good.
One hit away.
So,
The half quick kill.
yeah. Always know your backups. That's a very important thing in this game, and one thing I will preach very often to new runners. Take notes, Keys.
So I absolutely hate the aesthetic of these zones here. Like, I don't like this area at all.
Everybody does. Don't worry about it.
It's it's not only the worst music in a game that has an otherwise fantastic soundtrack, but it also looks like the inside of a clown's pocket or a McDonald's play place, or you know, someone used all the crayons in the Crayola box when they weren't supposed to. Like, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, there are a lot of in-jokes about this zone. About the appearance.
Discount Candyland's one of my favorites.
Yep.
That's what I see is discount candy. You're just stuck on the first 10 tiles forever. You never get to see the rest of the board.
Yep.
Yeah, hello. Can I jump in a quick second here?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we just got a massive $2,500 donation from
Whoa.
Holy
Miles.
buckets.
Miles Foxling says, shout out to Amber and all that they have done for Sonic speedrunning. Thank you very much for that massive donation. That is greatly appreciated.
Oh my goodness. Y'all are going to make me cry. Preferably not during the run, but y'all might make me cry.
They can only see your hands, so, you know, if you cry, no one will know.
Yeah, you can cry all you want.
Yeah, but I need to be able to see where I'm going. I'm moving, Sonic.
You know, that's a fair point.
I'm the pilot here. If I fall asleep or can't see, we're in some trouble. Jumping only gets us so far.
Well, I can spin dash.
I mean, I guess you could, but we can't change direction
The
very
rest
easily.
of the run is just spin dashes.
It'd be, I don't know, that would take some skill on my part to, like, change direction while spin dashing.
Yeah, you don't have that kind of skill.
You're actually, yeah, you're right. Kind of right.
So we're actually gonna grab the blast shield or the gold shield after this ring here. Grab that. This allows us to do a prehistoric homing attack. So if you are familiar with the Sonic Adventure franchise, or like part of the franchise, you will be very familiar with the homing attack that it grants us. It only homes in on enemies. It won't home in on monitors, which is kind of annoying sometimes, or probably for the best.
Yeah,
But,
I can imagine it's for the best, yeah.
But the unfortunate thing is if we try to homing attack, or if we accidentally press A in the middle of a jump while we have the shield and no enemy is nearby, what it will do is it will cause Sonic to completely stop and stomp on the ground, which is great when we need to stop our momentum, but for the most part, we usually don't. Whoop. That was a very clean hit and one we weren't prepared for. There we go. So if we have time for a very quick donation before we go into the worst boss in video game history.
Sweet, we got a $10 donation from Valnar that says, I think this run's input might just be spliced from 2 different people.
Thank you so much, Argick. And thank you all for your wonderful donations, by the way.
Yeah,
so,
thank you all so much.
as a reward, you're going to see the worst video game boss ever in history.
They're not kidding. This boss is legitimately awful. Oh.
All right.
Wow, this is off to a fantastic start. Oh my
We're going
god.
to take an intentional
Yeah,
death
yeah,
and try
okay,
to get a
alright.
better start on this
Yeah,
boss.
that was not the best start.
This boss is hard even with one player. There we go.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, that's fine. 4 hits is fine.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, that's fine.
Good job. Nice.
We take those.
That boss is hard even in the best of times by yourself. Sub 30 in a marathon, especially in this condition, is really, really good.
Yeah.
Like the best time you can get is a 17 in-game time. Do not try that at home. If you are running 2 players, 1 controller, you can find a more consistent kill with an 18. There's a different strat for it. It's really hard though. Anyways, this is Diamond Dust. It has great music. It also introduces ice to the already ice physics game. And yeah, it also introduces the worst enemy in the entire game and probably also in video game history, the snowman turrets. We saw one very quickly, but not only do you have to kill the snowmen once, you have to kill the ice block that they release to release the blue flicky within them. But they also move, and they also shoot projectiles in a rotational pattern, which means that they're ultra obnoxious. But to top it all off, they also can kill. Oh God, don't do that. I'm not used to that. I told you.
Sorry.
But yeah, like they can instant kill you through like glitched like lack of iframes. So if we try to roll into it and we get hit by the projectile on like the same frame we hit the snowman, we just insta-die. It looks like we get crushed by the ice block, but the taster of this game, the only kid, shoutouts to them by the way, whoa.
Okay.
What
All right, that
in
was
the
a
world?
That's fine.
That was a unique way to get frozen. They checked the RAM values because there is a RAM value when you get crushed that, you know, shows up. And they couldn't find a crusher, like signs of an actual crusher death. So yeah. I'm gonna grab the backup life, by the way, just in case.
Yeah, that's fine. That's probably a good move.
For any new runners, there's this backup life right here. It's really good for 2 players, 1 controller, but also good if you're still learning the game. Because this game, the continue system is absolute garbage. You have to collect 10 Sonic Head medallions across all the stages. You get a continue if you do that, but that's very, very slow, and you don't start off with any continues to begin with. But I think, unless I'm mistaken, this zone is a lot more of the same of just like, you know, ice tiles, bad enemies, me getting spooked by the snowman. So, we'll also have our last gold shield appearance in a minute in the
That shield
next
was a
sector.
struggle. Holy crap.
It really was.
Yeah, monitors in 3D space are
Impossible.
strange. They're a lot more cumbersome than 2D. Yeah, it's fine. So we actually purposely took
Spin
damage
dash out of here
Sure.
to break the spike so we don't hit it.
So we actually purposely got hit by that snowman because if you have iframes, the glitch that they mentioned earlier will not actually happen.
There we go.
That's just like a safe way of dealing with that snowman.
Okay. So from this point forward, I think we have time for a couple of donations.
Woohoo! We got a $140 donation from Mick Squid. Says, hi Amber and TGH. Good luck with this incredibly interesting run. Really proud of you and excited to see you on the GDQ stage. Show everyone the power of teamwork. The best music in 3D Blast is Yes. That's not a tune, by the way. Except Spring Stadium. Super happy to contribute to such a great cause when the world needs it most. Here is $10 to each runner for each of the shiny cough drops we won't be collecting today. Like the controller, this donation is split between runners' choices.
Both of our runners' choices is Sonic Adventure 2 Dark Story.
Dark Story.
That run has changed significantly from its last showing in 2018, significantly more than Hero Story, and it deserves to be shown. So if y'all want to donate to something, donate to that. The bid war closes at the start of that run. So we missed a cycle on this boss. We're going to have to wait for him to drop 2 snowmen.
He just poops out snowmen. What kind of how is that evil? I don't understand.
I mean,
The snowmen blow up.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, look, Eggman's strategies have not always been unquestionable. I'll say that.
Okay, we're fine, we're fine.
3, 2, 1, go.
There we go.
Yeah, this is a boss that we do kind of need to like communicate on a little bit. 3, 2, 1, go. So you hear me count down, and we'll still get
We'll
hit.
still miss.
3, 2, 1, go.
There we go. But yeah,
3, 2, 1, go.
the
Okay,
boss
there we go.
AI is very exploitable up at this top wall because he just bounces around in an arc and is very easy to predict. Us taking hits aside.
Yeah.
Bosses are the hardest part, admittedly, of this run.
I jumped.
Yes, you did.
I'm proud of you.
You trusted me.
I did.
Probably a bad move, but you got it.
It worked.
Fine.
But yeah, this is Volcano Valley, also known as Fire Shield the Zone. In Act 1, we can pick up a safety fire shield if we really wanted to, and I would recommend it for new players. It is at, like, there's a block to break on the left of where we just went in, and that has a nice safety fire shield, but it's slow, and so we're not gonna do that, and we're used to it. But the next act, we're gonna really, really want to hang on to the one fire shield we get. In fact, I'm gonna grab this blue shield for safety. All right, there we go.
These platform jumps are a little bit tricky and also kind of risky.
Whew!
That was also really close to not making it. But yeah, I have to completely let go of roll before I press the jump button in order to actually make it up there, or else I'll just carry him off the wall and bounce away.
These
I also
platforms
want
are
to
like
shout
mice
out
traps.
Oh yeah. I also want to shout out McSquid, who donated earlier. He is the reason that I started speedrunning this game. He does like a biannual Extra Life marathon for like St. Jude's Hospital, St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And I got involved shortly after we met because, you know, it's 24 hours of streaming, all that good stuff. And I was like, we should race a Sonic game. Why not? And unfortunately, he knows the classic. He's better at the classics than I am, and I'm better at the adventure games than I am because I actually used to speedrun SA2.
You mean than he is, right?
Yes. Or no, he is better than.
No,
I
you
confused myself.
you said I'm better at the adventure games than I am.
Yes, yes, clearly that's what I meant. But no, I'm better at the adventure games than he is. So I was like, what's a game that we can find a middle ground on? And we agreed on Sonic 3D Blast. We decided to do all emeralds, because it was more interesting, and it still is, in my opinion, the more interesting category. But that's like just because that's what I started with. And we did this like biannually. We would race Sonic 3D Blast, and that was back in 2012 or 2013 or something. And here we are on GDQ stage, and I'm really, really happy to be here. What started as a joke run turned into something I actually really cared about and gave me a community that like I couldn't ask for like better folks in. And yeah, and also shout outs to Argick, who's hosting. Very, very good friend, and like we got closer through me running 3D Blast. Actually, couldn't ask for a better host for this.
Yeah, shout outs to the whole International Isometric Salt Mine, which is the name that we've kind of given
the community.
Yeah.
This is a really weird angle.
This is fine. Literally never fought the boss from this angle. It's fine.
It's fine. I just have to hold up left. It's
Yep.
fine.
Yep.
Sonic's a firebender. Everything's cool.
Why can you walk on the lava all of a sudden? What?
When a boss dies, Sonic can no longer die. So like you can walk through spikes, walk on lava.
He's a
It's
wizard.
great.
Yeah, it's fun.
There
Oh,
we go.
I suck at this zone. I don't
Mouse
like
first.
this place.
Mouse first?
Yep.
Okay.
So
Good.
this zone is the hardest in the game. It's the hardest in the run. This is Gene Gadget, and we don't know who Gene is, but his gadget is really awful.
Gadget sucks.
I hate you, Gene.
All right, so we're gonna grab this blowfish.
Sorry to all the genes out there.
I'm not.
Fine. Mouse, please.
There we go. We're fine. Everything's under control. So these tiles that we're standing on right now, that I'm gonna try to hit the blowfish from, they spout electricity like a few frames after you stand on them or walk on them. So the blue shield that we have just lost, incidentally, protects us from electricity. It's in the game's manual, I swear. But I didn't know that until well after I started speedrunning the game. Yeah, just generally speaking, this zone is loaded with green and red flickies. We see fewer blue and purples. the tiles, the special tiles are awful because there's the fans and the electricity. The turrets are terrible. That looked like we totally hit that monitor. I refuse to believe otherwise.
That was really interesting.
But I will openly say, like, so when TGH approached me to learn this game, he asked me, so where do I start learning this game? And I was like, I'm gonna be real. If you want to start learning this game, learn Gene Gadget first. It is the hardest zone. If you can run Gene Gadget, you can run anything else in this game, I promise.
Exactly right, yeah.
Speaking of which, we're going into Gene Gadget 2, where we have what we call the Slope of Rage. The community has made fun of me in the last marathon appearance that this had.
Amber.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a $25 donation from Melancholy My Toy that says, "Hey Amber and Tej, good luck on the co-op run and have fun. Be careful not to slip off the soap of rage."
Well, speaking of which, okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
That's the scarier jump.
That is definitely the scarier one.
There is a setup to approach this slope for both solo and 2P1C. There we go. There are visual cues. Thankfully, the floor tiles make for great visual cues. There we go. Great flicky grab.
Yeah, that was really good.
All right. We did not slip on the soap of rage. It's never going to be called anything else, is it?
Nope.
I came up with the slope of rage, and now, like, my speakos, if you will, because it wasn't a typo,
Speako.
giving us the soap of rage.
By the way, we totally would have blamed Melancholy Matoy if we fell down, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much for the donation.
Please?
Please.
Oh my
Octopus.
goodness.
At least I'm
It's
not calling
fine.
it an Octorock.
Whose fault is that one?
Oh, God.
The octopuses.
Okay.
All right.
For, moving right out of our way like that.
Yeah.
It dodged us pretty hard. It dodged us pretty hard. It happens. All right, so if we have any more donations, now is definitely the time to get them in because this is
Effectively an auto-scroller of a
yeah.
boss.
Yep.
I'm going to speed read as many as we can because you have a lot of fans out here. We are going to
Go
start
for
off
it.
with a $1,000 donation from Anonymous that says, "Had to donate during Tej and Amber's run. You two have helped us keep sane during the pandemic. Thanks for everything you do, and thanks to GDQ for an amazing event." Anonymous, thank you for that massive $1,000 donation there. We have a $500 donation from Air Hadoken, who says, "It's not Hydro City. It's Hydro City, not Hydro Atrocity. That said, much love to the Sonic blog and all the Sonic runners, even the ones who are wrong." We also have a $25 donation from Abutu, who says, "Hey, DJ and Amber, the best Sonic song is clearly Hydro City, however you say it. It's clearly Hydro City, though. Don't at me. I miss you both and hope to see you at the next in-person GDQ."
Same.
Big save. We also have $20 from J-Jam, who says, "Good luck, TJ and Amber. Here is a cheeky joke for you both. Hey, Knuckles, what's your favorite kind of music?" "Metal." "Sonic."
Oh my God.
Boo! Boo!
No, seriously, thank you for your donation
Yeah,
and for
thank
the
y'all.
really bad joke.
Thank you all so much.
So according to the lore of the video game, according to the manual, not only is Rusty Ruin the lost city of Atlantis, but Eggman also ran out of time here in Panic Puppet to put flickies in enemies. So instead, he put them in these really obnoxious canisters that are arguably way worse. Spin dash here. Not...
That's a little too close. It's fine.
Yeah, those canisters have a really, really tall hitbox, and they're kind of awful. So if someone were to mod this game to either have every enemy or every flicky container be either this or the snowman turrets from Diamond Dust, you would be the bane of my existence. And if you were to make every flicky green.
By the way, I'm pretty sure that thing that they said about Robotnik running out of time, that is actually in the instruction booklet.
It is, yeah.
It is.
That's what
It
I
is
said.
literally. Yeah, it is literally in the booklet. So, like, just look that up when you get a chance. It's there.
I can't believe there used to be booklets that come with games.
I miss reading them. I loved reading them for the lore. I'm not even kidding. best part about this run is that if my eye itches like it just did, I can actually scratch it. I've got a free hand.
Yeah. All right, so Panic Puppet 2, we no longer have to worry about flickies at all. You can tell Robotnik's really running out of time here.
Was it Robotnik that ran out of time or the game devs?
That's for you to decide. But yeah, so there's actually something really important that we have to point out in this level. It is coming up.
I would like Argick to join us for this.
Yeah.
Eggman! Thank you. Shoutouts to Swezzy, who is the origin of that meme. Swezzy also ran this game for a while.
Okay, 3, 2,
3, 2.
3, 2, 1, go.
No.
3, 2,
No.
Okay, this is where it all falls apart. 3, 2, 1, go. Go.
We're
Okay,
fine.
we saved it. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, perfect. Flawless.
That's mandatory isometric
Flawless.
platforming in every
3, 2,
other
1, go.
in every other instance in the game where it wants you to try to like platform in an isometric setting. We just don't. We spin dash jump, or we run and jump, or we use a spring to skip it. That's the one part where it's mandatory. We call it mandatory isometric platforming, or MIPPing, and it gets us every time in 2P1C. So final boss time of this category. Basically, this boss has 3 phases. The phases all work out kind of the same way. We wait until Eggman's arms or shoulders are vulnerable, and we attack them. The first phase is these slamming hands. The second phase is a flamethrower that tries to follow us, and then the third phase is the Aghanim phase, where he shoots blue fireballs at us. If anyone is familiar with Link to the Past or Link's Awakening, you'll understand why it's called the Aghanim phase.
Also, did we want to show off the thing on the last phase?
Yeah.
The safe strap?
We will show. Oh God!
How long does the
my
fire
control
last?
stick?
Holy crap!
It lasts a long time. It lasts until just before the other shoulder is vulnerable.
Yeah, so if you run like along this line every time, like this same thing, or you can also spin dash. Argick does that when he runs the game. You will never get hit by the fire as long as you do a wide enough like arc over to it, because like you can't rush the things being vulnerable. All right, so normally we would go left to right here, but the Bailey Renee in her casual playthrough of this game, because she's considered speedrunning it time and again, found out that the boss is just vulnerable on this side all the time. And this is slower. We lose frames from it. We don't know why, but yeah, why not? But
So that means Amber has 2 hands to scratch their face with.
Scratching my face, it feels so good. So I could say I'm speedrunning with no hands. Time is going to be on fade out when the screen fades to black.
That was such a riveting last phase.
And time.
Good job.
Good run.
Very good job.
Good stuff. Thanks to GDQ for having us.
Yeah, T-pose to assert dominance on Eggman as well.
Yep.
But yeah, I want to just shout out the Sonic speedrun community. We do events on our own Twitch channel, and 3D Blast was a tournament we did back in March. Oh my God, it's been that long. Hey, we got sub 30 as well. That's really good.
Oh wow, we did.
29:33 is incredible.
That's only 15 seconds off our PB.
Yeah, our PB is like a 28.
29:18.
Oh, 29:18. You're right. But seriously, shoutouts to the whole Sonic community. Shoutouts to Argick. Shoutouts to Keizaron for badgering us on Twitter. You helped.
I did.
But no, seriously. Like, I was glad to have you on board. I'm sorry I talked over you a lot because I can barely hear you because the Discord mobile app's a jerk. We love you.
We've just had a cavalcade of tech issues with each other today, so you know this is just par for the course.
Oh yeah.
Love you, Keys.
Love you
like
too.
if you want to follow either TGH or I, follow TGH on Twitch at TGH_SR. He mostly runs classic Zelda. He's currently focusing on Oracle of Seasons.
Yeah.
So if you liked the Oracle of Ages, he also runs that. If you like that run, he runs like Zelda 1, 2, Link to the Past, LADX, LA, Switch.
This is the Sonic vlog. Nobody's ever heard of Zelda.
What are these games you're talking about?
Nobody knows what Zelda is.
But as for me, you can follow me on twitch.tv/AmberCyprian. I mostly do a mix of casual and bad controller challenge stuff, mostly casual stuff these days, but I speedrun when I can. I'm currently trying to learn Star Fox Adventures, but I run 3D Blasts and I occasionally come back to SA2 to do like 171 Emblem because I'm an idiot.
You also host a certain show, don't you?
I do. If you really want to support me, though, I would appreciate if you stop by the GDQ channel every other Wednesday night at 10 p.m. 7 p.m. if you want to support Skybill. Sky is awesome. Shoutouts to Skybills. But I host Never Before Seen, where if you like games that haven't been on the GDQ stage before, that is the place to watch them. I do only speedruns of games that haven't been seen, and like every season premiere I do. So like every 10 episodes or so, I do games that have been seen, but categories that haven't. So, yeah, you can submit to that if you're a runner who does stuff. Otherwise, yeah, like, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Argick, for inspiring me to do this to Keys. And Keys for encouraging it.
Your turn, Keys.
Yeah. I'll do sometime in the next, like, 5 months.
Yeah, no rush. No
Yeah.
rush.
But,
That's the whole point.
right
It's
now.
Sonic, idiot. You're supposed to rush.
So if you gotta do it right now.
But yeah, thanks again to GDQ for accepting this run. Y'all made like a literal dream come true for me. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you all and enjoy the rest of the Sonic block. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is coming up next in Dage. There's no one better to showcase the game than Dage 4, so stick around for that for sure.
Peace. Oh, there's the camera. There you go. Peace.
How awesome was that run, folks? That was amazing, right? 2 players, 1 controller, lots of shenanigans. Great fun all around. We got a $25 donation here from Final Flame saying 2 players, 1 controller, Amber and TGH playing, Keizaron on comms. This is going to be beautiful. Always love to watch the Sonic block. Indeed, it is great. However, we are going to go for a quick break, folks. So, do me all a big favor. Grab yourselves a drink, grab yourselves a snack. We will be right back. Welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick 2021 online, folks. Got a few more donations here. We have a $250 donation from Faranir, who says, can't have the Sonic block without Argick in it. Can't have Argick without rapid reading comments. Gotta read and go fast. Thanks for making this extra entertaining. And a big thanks to everyone behind the scenes for keeping this amazing event going. We also have a $50 donation here from Ashikun that says, gotta collect those KO emeralds. No, wait, Chow emerald. Nope, that's not right either. Ah, yeah, the red spheres. No, never mind. Donation goes towards Dark Story. And we have got yourself an interview here, folks. We are now going to jump over to YellowKillerBee with our Outer Wilds runner, the Strange Pie.
Hey, thanks so much, Argick. I'm YellowKillerBee, and I have the absolute pleasure to be joined here today by the Strange Pie, who's going to be running Outer Wilds. Pie, thanks so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so you're going to be running a game which is one of my favorites. Not going to lie, maybe the game I'm most excited about in this entire marathon. I just love this game so much. Unfortunately, it does get confused a lot with a different game that you are not running. So can you clarify that for us?
Yeah, so around the same time as the official release of Outer Wilds, there's another game came out called The Outer Worlds, and they both take place in space, and so they kind of get confused a lot. So
yeah, exactly. We were joking about that earlier. We're like, it's the one where you fly your spaceship to different planets. Oh wait, that's both of them. But no, this is definitely The Outer Wilds, which is coming up, and it's a fantastic casual play. But in some ways, it's even a better speed run. It's an amazing run. So, can you tell us a little bit more about what makes this game such a unique run?
well, it's mostly movement based. There's a few tricks, but largely it's just movement. And the movement consists of either ship movement or jetpack flight. So you have a lot of control, and so that the optimization of that is really interesting.
Yeah, and a lot of this has to do with you flying to different planets. And we were talking before how it's a little bit, cyclical, like some of the things are set on certain timers. So how does that affect the run?
Yeah, so the whole world is like this big physics simulation. And so there's a lot of cycles and time-based events. And so a lot of the speed run is optimizing cycles. And there's also a mechanic for sleeping, which passes time faster, which creates this risk versus reward trade-off where the longer you sleep, oftentimes the faster you can go, but the riskier you are. So you have to choose beforehand how much risk you're willing to take for speed, which is a really interesting dynamic.
Right. So you can kind of choose where you want to be. Like the better you get at the speed run, then maybe the more risk you take on, decide to take a little longer nap and then have less time to get where you're going.
Yep.
So as far as so you got into this game because you played it as a single player experience, right? So tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, I played it last year, and the casual experience basically consists of pure exploration. You go around reading, basically just discovering these new areas, reading the story of this extinct ancient civilization, and just like uncovering this whole mystery throughout the game. And of course, that's very different from a speed run where we already know everything. The game can actually be beaten extremely quickly if you know what you're doing. So it's quite different.
And like the movement is fun. So was that part of what drew you into the speed run? Like after playing it, like you just wanted to play more?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I played it, I got all the achievements, and then I still wanted to play it. So, I looked into the speed run and started trying it, and it was really fun. And because the movement is just so interesting, it's like this physics sandbox to play with.
So you run both categories, any percent and 100%. You're running 100% in this marathon. So what are some of the differences between these two categories?
Well, in any percent, you kind of just make a beeline for the end of the game. But in 100%, you basically have to fill out the ship's log, which basically tracks the progress of like which clues you found throughout the game. So in 100%, you have to go to every planet, visit almost every location, and pick up these specific clues, usually by reading specific texts, which of course you have to memorize as a speedrunner. So it's very different. There's way more routing possibilities because the order in which you get the stuff doesn't really matter. So yeah, it's a really interesting routing puzzle. I think that's one of the things that drew me to the game. Actually, is there's so much routing potential to do.
Were you pretty involved in the routing of this game?
Yeah, so when I started, there was an initial route created by Dotso and Beef,
Hmm.
and there's maybe like one or two loops that are pretty similar to that route now, but the rest of it is different. Some of it due to glitches, but most of it is just due to clever rerouting, which I've had a big hand in.
Nice. So a lot of this game, you get to fly around in your own wooden spaceship. So to close out this interview, I do want to ask you, if you had your own wooden personal spaceship, what would you name it?
Well, as a video game nerd, I'm gonna go with the Ebon Hawk.
Nice. Nice. Excellent. So thank you so much for joining me today, The Strange Pie. Everyone out there, if you have not seen this run, you have to tune in. It's just a couple runs down the road, so stick around. It's something you're definitely not going to want to miss. Thank you again, The Strange Pie, for joining me today.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, I'm going to throw it back to you.
Thank you very much, YellowKillerBee. Yep, we are just getting ourselves set up for that. So in the meantime, let us get us through some more donations. We have a $500 donation here from Roleplay, who says, rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow our heroes. Yes, we do. And we will see if we get Hero Story or Dark Story very, very soon, as that is going to be closing. We also got a $15 donation from JFlex that says, donating for the Sonic Dark Story and Halo 2. Shout out to the marble with the screaming man inside. We also got a $5 donation from Tiny Tim saying, hey all, donating for the awesome Amber and TGH and the Sonic 3D Blast run. You are both amazing people and I appreciate everything you do for the speedrunning community. Good luck on the run. Cheers. P.S. Argick, you're awesome too. Oh, thanks. We also got a $25 donation from Tao, who says, TGH's runs at GDQ were the reason I got into speedrunning. It's a hobby that's brought me so much joy and led me to meet so many amazing people. Thanks to TGH, Amber, GDQ, and Doctors Without Borders for all that you do to make the world a better place.